Did the camera just go black? Okay, I don't know what just happened, but I was afraid, did my hand cover it? Well, anyway, welcome to the wacky world of GuineaPigDan yet again. Yeah, happy Pride Month. I'm wearing something really fruity looking. Technically, this is like a woman's shirt, but I didn't care. It had Garfield on it. I probably should have gotten a bigger shirt, though. But anyway, today we are going to make a lasagna. I come over here. Yeah, I should have brought the camera a little closer, but this is a Garfield cookbook I got for Christmas. I don't remember how long ago. A couple Christmases ago. I got it the same year I got the Linda McCartney cookbook. But we're going to do Garfield Eats at Home today. Yeah, people say that Garfield Eats in, where was it, Toronto, Canada or whatever, or in Dubai, tasted terrible, but let's see what the results are if we do our own Garfield recipe, you know, at home, like this. Hopefully they're better. Yeah, just a moment. Let me see. And I have pinned Winston Smith's GoFundMe. That's still going on. Yeah, let me just share with anyone else, the stream with anyone else that might be interested. Just wait a bit, or see if more people come in before I get started. I've got a bunch of ingredients right here. For those of you who don't know, Garfield's birthday was on, what was it, the 19th? But I didn't do a stream that day, and then it was Chris Pratt's birthday on the 21st. But I know a lot of people have issues with Chris Pratt because they're upset that voice actors like what's his name, Frank Welker, got wasn't allowed to voice Garfield in the Garfield movie. Basically, studios choose, famous actors and not like people that whose actual livelihood is doing voices. Let's see if I'm interested. Let's go back to Twitch on. I can already smell the oven, but I haven't put anything in it. It's probably just the leftovers of pizza or whatever other stuff we put in there. Hello there, Wax Badger. Yeah. I just want to... How many gestures, do the effects on the camera? I know you're doing this, makes hearts appear. I said doing this makes hearts appear, or thumbs up, or thumbs down. I thought of emojis for, that's odd. I thought normally when I stream on my phone, it'll have emojis appear if I do a heart thing, or up, or thumbs down. I don't know. How do people sleep at night knowing Charles Martinet voiced one character consistently for 30 years only to get snubbed into a cameo role by Chris Pratt? Let me reiterate, Charles, I want to voice Mario till I drop dead Martinet. How does that even happen? Well, speculation is that I think Charles Martinet upvoted something Tara Strong said about voice actors getting snubbed for movies, and like Nintendo didn't like it, but that's just speculation. I don't know if Nintendo is so draconian they'll go over every single tweet someone has ever made. Excuse me. All right. So, cook noodles. Step 1, pasta noodles. Excuse me. I forgot. I mean, I have a bunch of lasagna noodles here, but there are also some in the pantry. So, let's do that as step 1 first. Might as well get started. I'm not sure how many, does it say how many pasta noodles we'll need? Is it just 10 ounces? Let's see, meanwhile, skillet, overheated heat, brown beef sausage, onion, drain, add garlic, and drain. Well, might as well grab the garlic really quick. I guess I pressed the button or something. I didn't realize it was offline. Yeah, I thought I saw something weird. Shit. I guess there was a mistake or something. I must have accidentally hit the stop streaming button when Ken called me. I'm sorry. But anyway, I'm on the step where I'm cutting onions. Yeah, I just realized the stream was offline. My bad. I must have accidentally hit the off button. Yeah, okay. Trying to cancel the call with Ken. I already washed the onions. Yeah, sorry about those technical difficulties. Yeah, I might have been saying stuff to the camera not knowing that I wasn't on screen. Yeah, that would be a real shame if I didn't realize I was off stream and I just baked a lasagna not knowing that the camera wasn't catching me. Just talking to dead air. That would be disappointing. But anyway, look at that. A bunch of onions I'm cutting. The water is starting to bubble a little bit, but not boil. Okay, I think that's enough cutting. My eyes are starting to sting. Okay, let me just wash my hands again. So I'll throw these onions in the vegetable pot first. I think I drank water too fast. Take the camera up with me. I don't know. Here we go. Vegetable processing action. Yeah. Spoon. Let's see. I could probably fit in 1 or 2 more bits. Oops. Yeah. I remember in a Garfield book he had a chart saying that a food processor was smarter than humans, but just under the intelligence of a cat. That would be interesting. To see a Garfield version of what is it? The Great Chain of Being. Ugh. Sorry, my eyes are like. Ugh. I might have to do this blind for a bit while I'm crying my eyes out. Ugh. Ugh. Okay, I'll give the boiling water just maybe like 3 or 4 more minutes. And I'll put the pasta in. Oh shit, I forgot to put the blades in. What am I thinking? Yeah, that's definitely a John Arbuckle moment. It's a... You know, I might work that into a comic sometime. Peter the Cat wants to be as cool as Garfield, but you know, he acts like John instead. Okay. Alright, my eyes aren't stinging as bad this time. Maybe it's gotten used to it, or maybe, I don't know. Onions being out for a while makes them dry out, I don't know. Come on. There we go. Okay. Okay, I think the noodles are ready. So let me just toss these in. And it says to leave them in there for like about 8 minutes. Set aside on a sheet pan, which is lightly covered in cooking spray to prevent sticking. Well, then I might as well, just in case. I have a lasagna pan to the side. I might as well spray Pam in it, just in case. Okay. Yeah, there's the cauldron thingy. Oh, crap. Okay. Oh, shoot. There we go. I didn't know I could flip my camera like that. But now it's in selfie mode and I can see what... Okay. All right. Toss those in. Throw an end down. Those open. I'm going to be mixing, I guess, couple different noodles. Okay, two more. Alexa, start timer for 8 minutes.
8 minutes, starting now.
There we go. All right. You know, just leave them in there for a while. Here we are. Okay, back to the onions. Now, there's a Paul McCartney album, Back to the Egg, but now I'm doing Back to the Onions. There's a title of an album, Back to the Onion. All right, that's the last batch of onion. Yep. I don't know if I'm making enough noodles, but if it's not enough, I can just boil some more water and cook some more noodles. There we go. There we are. Bowl full of onions. All right, let me see. Okay, drain. Meanwhile, on the skillet over medium heat, brown the beef, sausage, onion, drain. Add garlic. So it just says to brown them. It doesn't say how long exactly. So I guess take this over the frying pan. Let me just move this out of the way. see if I can. Yeah. Yeah, just trying to get the camera to, you know, have it be centered. Alexa, how much time left?
You have 4 minutes left on your 8-minute timer.
Oh yeah, the lasagna noodles do look like they're starting to soften up. Need some water. Okay. Alright. Let's see. I have the Italian pork sausage and a bunch of beef. Dad suggested the recipe says like a pound of beef, but since, you know, we're making this for a family, Dad suggested like maybe half of this package. So just a moment. Let me just see everything I'm going to be putting in this step. So, is it just the beef, sausage, onion? Okay. So, let me just, well, I'm going to have to wash my hands probably again, because we're about to touch raw meat. Excuse me. Okay. This is medium heat or something. I probably shouldn't have thrown the knife I was using. Well, it doesn't matter. Are these all clean? Doesn't matter. I'll just use a knife from here. That's not the right kind of knife. Okay, cutting through this beef, it feels like it's still kind of frozen. Not good, but this is going to be heated up anyway, so probably don't have to worry that much. Yeah, how do I open the turkey sausage here? Yeah, these things are always a little confusing. I guess I'll just get some meat scissors or something. Oh, that's in here. All right. Yep, there we go. The Italian pork sausage. Toss that in there in a few. Just need to cut the beef. Where's the beef? Okay. Yeah, this is still a bit frozen, but anyway. Alexa, stop. Yeah, some of this beef is still frozen, so, but it doesn't matter. I'll just keep it in here for a bit longer than usual. Break this up as much as I can. Good of you to use sausage and not ground beef. Well, this is ground beef. I mean, the recipe said to use both ground beef and Italian sausage. So. I should probably, well, when I'm done putting this all in, turn off, it's just to brown all this stuff. Okay. Okay, there we go. We'll stir that around. And we'll toss on the onions a little bit. We'll turn this off. Okay, I'll drain that in a bit. Onions, here we go. There's a lot of onions. I'm gonna get a big spoon or something. Put all this beef and sausage over. Some of this beef is still not thawed. Of ground beef as something for tacos and sloppy joes. Oh. Yeah, I'll stir this around for a couple minutes. See if I can get it all brown, and then I'll toss in all the other ingredients. I'll have to. Okay, for the remaining ground beef, I'll have to put this in a plastic wrap. I don't know. Put it in the fridge or freezer. I don't know. I just leave that. Now. Protected. I don't know if my butt is on stream. I'm leaning over trying to find plastic wrap at the pantry. Either I'm blind or you just really hit the plastic wrap really well. I should not leave this unattended for too long, lest it burn. Stir it around a bit. Oh, you didn't hear everything? I was looking for plastic wrap for the remaining beef, because I'm not using all of it. I probably should drain the noodles. Yeah, I don't know if they get soggy if I leave them in water for too long. Yeah, you're cutting some bits of beef here. I can still feel some hard parts because, you know, it was frozen in ice. Well, it wasn't frozen. I mean, it was in the freezer for a long time, and we took it out to let it thaw. Yeah, it wouldn't be wouldn't taste good if, you know, there was like, it looks like cooked brown beef, but when you bite into it, there's like, you know, still ice in the middle. That wouldn't taste very good. Now, Linda McCartney's cookbook that I have also has a lasagna recipe, but I think it uses tofu or something instead of meat. I've made one of those before, but I didn't have enough. Like, I just followed the recipe too closely, and there wasn't like enough lasagna for the family. That's why Dad advised that I double the ingredients I'm doing here. I think the recipe usually has like, I don't remember, a pound of beef or something, but he said, you know, like, do way more. Okay, it is starting to look mostly brown. There's still bits of pink here and there. I'm letting this cook for a bit longer. I'm going to drain the pasta. Will be a bit difficult because I'm doing it by myself. I don't have somebody to assist me. So I apologize if I scream really loudly about scalding hot water. There will probably be many expletives and everything. Stuff that would get my Twitch shut down. Okay. Yep. Yeah, this is a lot of lasagna noodles, jeez. Be careful. Oh, shoot. Okay. Okay. It says to lay them in a pan. And it's like, I thought I'd do, you know, the layering step when, you know, the meat, beef, and everything else is ready. Let's see. Garlic and green tomatoes. Bread, 1/2 cup of beef mixture and lightly basted. Each noodles. Okay. Okay. Okay, I can see that there's liquid in here. I can see why they say to drain this. Probably water from all the ice that's melting also liquid from the onions. So this is going to be a bit. Okay, stirring this around. It looks like just making sure I turned off the stove over there. Looks like most of this is browned. My brother knows how to make a vegan lasagna, but doesn't use tofu, something grainier recipes, grainier recipes, the ricotta. Just for safety, I'm gonna turn off the stove for a moment and drain some of the liquid. This might be a little difficult. A really big pan. I'm only stopping the stove because, I don't want to risk of the house burning down. Okay, yeah, you can see some of the liquid in there. I don't know, well, I don't want to. So, un momento. It does smell good. Careful. Okay. I think that's enough. Oh. Okay. Yeah, put back some of the stuff that's in there. Down. Okay, turn the heat back on. Okay, let's look at the next couple steps. There's some steps that involve egg, but I'll do those later. Okay, so garlic. Let's see, how much garlic does it need? 1 clove of garlic. I'll put in 2 cloves. Let's see. Here's the garlic. Let's see. 1 teaspoon equals about 1 clove of garlic, so 2 cloves. Mix that in. It says to let it simmer for about 10 minutes, but I'll start the 10-minute timer when I'm done putting in everything here. I'll probably lower the temperature just so I don't burn it. And then turn it up when I'm ready to cook everything else. Let's see. Okay, garlic, tomatoes. So, all of this, Italian style diced tomatoes and tomato paste. Now, let me make sure it's, we don't want the tomato paste in a different step. Let me just make sure. Okay. So tomatoes and Italian seasoning. How much Italian seasoning do they want? 2 teaspoons, I guess. Let me just clean this off. There we go. Italian seasoning. Stir that around. Yeah. Okay, I'm just rereading the recipe, just double checking, making sure I'm following everything right. Undrained tomatoes. Undrained. So I throw the liquid in also. All right, stir that around. Smells good. Now, 4 cans of tomato paste. I still have this beef here. Oh, underneath the whole time? That's aluminum foil. That is plastic wrap. I know it's crap. Oh, there you go. There we go, found the plastic wrap. So the leftover beef that I'm not cooking is saved. Yeah, after I'm not sure what to do with the beef, so I'll just put it in the fridge. Okay. Wash my hands a bit. I don't know if I'll need the drain thing anymore, but just in case, I'll just keep it out. No, I don't need the plastic wrap. Again, just lower it so I don't burn anything. Come on. Okay, the can opener has trouble with these really little cans, I think, because it's more used to like the bigger size can. You know. Shit. Yeah. I can't remember if I had trouble like this on a previous stream. I might have to do this the old-fashioned way. Get a manual can opener that I hate fucking using. And these things. At least the mechanical can opener at least made a dent where I can insert this. I have the stove set to low just so, again, stuff doesn't burn. I have to do this 4 times, by the way. Scamp is sleeping peacefully, not knowing, you know, the chaos going on in the kitchen. Or the chaos going on in the world right now, because, you know, he's just a dog. There.
Don't forget to take out your trash cans.
Thank you, Alexa. Okay. Best I can do. Oh, God damn it. Very careful. There. I really do not. Oh, I really do not want to touch this can with my bare hands. Anyway, I finally got that open. So. All the tomato paste out. There we go. Even with the hand crank and can opener, it keeps slipping off. There we go. Okay, guess what, folks? 3 more of these fuckers to go. Yeah, this isn't working. Maybe I should, like, do a comic based on this where, I don't know, Peter the Cat or Domino try to make a lasagna. And everything that can go wrong does go wrong. And the conclusion is, fuck it, we'll just buy lasagna from, pre-made lasagna from the store that you just microwave or something. Yeah, I'm tearing the paper off just so there's no risk of me, like, accidentally getting loose paper into the concoction. I don't want paper-flavored lasagna. Or whatever these labels are made out of. All right. Yeah, now I might demonstrate my incompetence here. Trying to cut this manually. There's probably a way to do it, like, I don't know, with this twisty thing, but it's like I have rarely ever used a manual can opener, so it's like I don't know what the fuck I'm supposed to do. I should probably at least stir the meat around, just so, like, it doesn't get burned on one side. Hey, Guinea Pig Dan, how did you get arthritis? Well, I busted my fingers trying to manually open cans of tomato paste for Twitch. There. Okay, now I have to... There. Stir this around. There we go. I probably do not need this anymore, so I'll just... Halfway done. Oh, I woke Scamp up. Sorry, buddy. Scamp's like, what was that? It's the sound of a genius at work. Maybe this could be an ASMR. The sound of a can opener being opened by someone who does not know how to use a can opener. Because I've just been using the automatic can opener for years, and it's like, I have to use this thing. It's like, what is this? Tools from the Stone Age? Of course, if Dad watches the stream later on, he'll probably tell me, "You're doing it wrong, Daniel." Scamp just went back to sleep. What time is it right now? 6:09. Well, the dogs themselves need to be fed soon, I think. Yeah, I got the stove on the lowest setting right now, so there's probably no danger of everything in the pan being overcooked. Okay, there. Press this out again. Come on. I really don't like having to remove this by hand and risk cutting my fingers. And then, what's the disease that you get from... Not rusty nails, that's tetanus. I don't know if a can give you some sort of disease. Ah, there we go. Yeah, if the can opener worked on these things, this would be done in like 2 minutes. And I could go to the next step, but I don't know. These streams aren't interesting unless there's some sort of difficulty that has to be overcome. And maybe next stream, the next time I make a lasagna for Twitch, like, I actually show myself going out into the wild, hunting a wild cow or something, kill it, and, tear off a chunk of meat from its leg or something, and then cook that at a camping site, and then ground it up with, I don't know, a meat grinder provided at the campsite, and, like, show, this is how you make a lasagna in the wilderness. And I don't know, I have a plantation of tomatoes, I guess, instead of, just making a lasagna completely in the wild without Walmart or Safeway or whatever to buy your groceries. This is how our ancestors would have made lasagna. How the ancient Romans would have made a lasagna in the time of Julius Caesar or whatever. I mean, I'd have to check episodes of Garfield and Friends. Did they ever do like a segment where this is how lasagna was invented or something? Because Garfield did his own spiel on American history where he says Wyoming doesn't exist. I'd be surprised if they didn't do something on here's the origins of lasagna. And that's something I like to do down the line. Doing my favorite episodes of Garfield and Friends. Somewhere I think I have a rough script I wrote. I marathoned all 120, well, technically 242 Garfield and Friends segments, because there's 121 episodes, but there's like a Garfield episode, and then a U.S. Acres episode, and then another Garfield episode, so that's double that, 242 segments of Garfield. Yeah, I marathoned all the episodes of Garfield and Friends, just watching the Garfield segments and not the U.S. Acres segments. I mean, it'd be kind of hard to review Garfield and Friends because, geez, what was his name? There was one Garfield fan, not Quentin Reviews, someone else that was like reviewing nearly every episode of Garfield and Friends, but I don't know if he completed the series because, you know, Nickelodeon or CBS or whoever is like really, really... well, let's say copyright friendly, you know, not copyright friendly. So, okay. If I did my own review, I'd probably just, I don't know, do some crazy tricks like mirror each segment or just show screen caps. I remember Beta, what's his name, the guy that's into life jackets, like tried to live stream Adam Savage revealing his fursuit head on Twitch, and I don't know, YouTube or something, content, like, what's it called again? They content matched it and thought he was streaming Mythbusters or something, and stopped the video while he was in the middle of streaming. Okay, finally. Okay. All right, I'll set the 10-minute timer in a bit. I'll just turn the heat up, but I'm thinking of like maybe adding something that's not in the recipe book. I'll have to get the other cutting board out. Wait a minute. I was afraid this might be a bit of the paper or something from, or is this part of onion that's just, yeah. I got a little paranoid that some of the paper from the cans of tomatoes had fallen into, but I can't tell if that's paper or if that's just onion that got burned or something. Anyway. There, all the cans of tomato paste are done. Note to self, next time if I get tomato paste, you'll find a can that's a regular size that can easily be opened with a can opener. Not like having to use this whatever this primitive tool is. Now anyway, let's add a little extra something. I don't know if these carrots are planned to be used for anything, but oh well. I'm gonna add carrots to this recipe. Maybe I could, maybe it'd be easier if I just threw them in the food processor instead of just cutting. We still have the food processor over here. Yeah. Beta Eta Delota. Yes, that's who I was talking about. I just call him Beta because I'm not going to remember his full name. There we go. Orange for Garfield. Bunch of onion and bunch of carrots. Okay. I'll turn the heat up now. Alexa, start a timer for 7 minutes.
7 minutes, starting now.
Doing 7 instead of 8 because, this has been here on the stove for quite a while. Anyway, I'm going to read the next step. The noodles are noodly. In a large bowl, blend together ricotta and Parmesan cheeses, eggs, and seasonings. Well, I guess that would be the salt and pepper and Parmesan flakes I got. Spread 1/2 cup of beef mixture into a lightly greased deep pan, 13x9 baking pan. Layer as follows: 1.5 each noodles, cheese mixture, beef mixture, mozzarella cheese, blah blah blah. So I guess I'll do the cheese and egg mixture next. So let me just wash my hands yet again. Stir this around a bit. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I want to add to the beef and tomato and onion mixture here, aside from carrots. I mean, I'm not sure if there's enough carrots in here, so I don't know if they'll even be noticeable. I think I might hear my parents outside. Okay. Here, let me put the food processor away. I'm not sure if it's my parents outside or if it's neighbors chattering about something. Well, if there was someone coming to the door, then the dogs would be going berserk. Oh, wait. Well, Scamp just got up. Oh, he's probably just adjusting how he's sleeping. Okay. All right. Let's see. Add garlic in a large bowl, blend together. Okay. The amount of ricotta they want is, let's see, in the cookbook it says 3 cups ricotta cheese, but Dad wanted me to double it, so that'd be 6 cups, and it just tells you how many ounces it is, not exactly how many cups it is. It says about 7 servings per container. This is the small one. Serving size 1/4 cup, so that would be like about 2 cups, and then this one's, I should have enough ricotta cheese. And also tons and tons of mozzarella. Yeah, do not eat this recipe if you're lactose intolerant. Okay, so blend together Parmesan cheeses. How much Parmesan does it need? Half cup, so that means you get just 1 cup if I'm doubling it. I could just, big enough to just do that. Maybe I'll clean the spoon I have over here. I'll just get another spoon. I don't need that. Alexa, how much time left?
You have 40 seconds left on your 7-minute timer.
Oh, okay. So, a cup of Parmesan here. All right. Let's see. Just trying to see, like, does it say anything special for the egg and cheese step? Okay, it doesn't say anything special, just blend them together. Alexa, stop. Turn the stove off. How many eggs? 2 eggs beaten. Well, if I'm doubling the recipe, then I should use 4 eggs. So. Since no one has come in the house yet, I'm going to assume it wasn't my parents talking outside. Probably just some neighbors or something. Oh, last one. Got our last egg in here. What a shame. Now we're actually, back to the onion, back to the egg. Maybe I'll stream that as my next art stream, working on the drawing of Domino flipping eggs. Okay, I cracked that egg pretty badly. Wash my hands. Let the hands on voice. I don't give myself salmonella. No. Oops, look at that. But also, look at how the meat and carrots and onions look. Noodles are noodling about. I don't know. So anyway, let us work on this step here. Okay, so cut the Parmesan. This for the mozzarella. It said 16-ounce package shredded mozzarella cheese divided. Again, we're doubling this, so I got this monster-sized 32-ounce bag of. Oh, I guess there we go. Yeah, this amount of mozzarella isn't enough to feed Garfield. Yeah, the lasagna we're making here is what Garfield would call a light snack. Yeah. Okay, is there... Might as well get a big spoon or something. Is there like a whisk or something we should use because there's egg in here? I don't know. I don't think it really matters. But anyway. Just stir this around a bit. Then I'll add the ricotta. Of course, I'm sure someone will tell me I'm pronouncing these foods the wrong way. I'm not saying it the Italian way. Well, here's the thing. I learned Spanish, not Italian in high school. And I'm pretty bad at Spanish. So if I'm bad at Spanish, how do you expect me to do Italian? The only, like, Italian I know is like a few swear words. There's like a whole video of some Italian sports host. I guess these are outtakes from TV or something where he's saying, Porco Dio! Things like that. And of course, there was the one time, maybe I might have told this story on, I don't remember if I've told this story on the stream before. During my high school trip to Europe, one of the places we stopped by was Italy, and we went to cities like Florence and Venice, and there was a hotel we were staying at in Venice, and we wanted to go to the beach, and I had to ask the guy at the front desk, like, deliver towels to room 25 or something. But since I didn't know any Italian, I just faked it and said 25, 25 in Spanish, and then the hotel guy said something to me in Italian, and I didn't understand anything he was telling me except the last word, which was policia. And I'm like, oh God, did I offend him? All right, here we go. Well, look at that. It's basically break it up. This is like a lactose intolerant person's worst nightmare. This is like, I don't know. They look at this and they just think I'd be on the toilet for, you know, a month. I'm trying to decide, like, do I want to really use all of this in just one setting? Or do I want to save some for, I don't know, whatever. Waste not, want not. Nope, crap. It said the seasonings also, so I guess I'll sprinkle a bunch of parsley flakes. All right, let's stir this all up. My phone informs me I have 49 followers on Twitch now. It's like 50 is like how much you need for affiliate. Although checking like the affiliate rules change almost monthly or something, so it's like I don't know like how many of the requirements have I actually met or not. And it's like once you do become affiliate, you have to like maintain a certain schedule to keep it, or they'll unaffiliate you. I don't know. If there's too much for like the pan I have over here, I could always like divide it and make like a mini lasagna. I don't know. Yeah, there we go. Okay. I think this is good. This is a good way to work out your arm. Jeez. Look at that. Ugh, this is heavy. Oh my God. This is going to be a heavy lasagna. Jeez. Again, for by Garfield standards, what I'm making is probably just a light snack. Okay, so recipe book. Large bowl, blend together ricotta, Parmesan cheeses, eggs, and seasonings. Spread half cup of beef mixture in lightly greased deep 13x9 baking pan. Layer as follows: 1/3 each noodles, cheese mixture, beef mixture, and mozzarella cheese. Repeat layers, ending with mozzarella. Cover with aluminum. Cover with aluminum foil. Bake at 350 degrees for 45 minutes to 1 hour until hot and bubbly. Let stand for 10 minutes. Blah 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 blah. Shit, was I supposed to? Oh crap! It was just I was supposed to only blend together the ricotta and Parmesan cheese and put the mozzarella on top. Well, that's what you get for, you know, not reading the directions completely. Oh well. Well, I can just, you know, have a layer of, you know, all this gooey cheese on top, and I don't know. But anyway. Just spread 1/2 cup. Shit, I need to sneeze. There. I made sure to sneeze away from the food. Don't worry. Anyway, I'm gonna move all this onto the stove. Then I don't know how much battery my phone has, so just in case, because I had my charger in my iPad so I could read chat. There. Oh, good. I plugged in my charger at the right time, because my phone just said it's at 20%. Raise it up a bit. Try and get it at the right height so the contents of the lasagna pan can be seen. All right. Just in case. Just a little bit more. I'm just seeing the smoked paprika here. And what if I toss in something that'll make the lasagna spicy? I don't know, that might be a little evil of me. Well. Okay, so I'm trying to find a place to put the cheese. It's just well, I guess I'll do this. You know, all the parts that have to go in. You know, the beef, and onions, the noodles, and the cheese. So, instructions say to do the beef first. You know, I'm starting to think that what I thought was my parents talking outside is actually my brother talking upstairs. I guess he's doing his own stream or talking with friends or something. So the instructions, just to double check. It says to put beef on as the first layer. Spread 1/2 cup beef mixture and yeah. I'll put the Garfield book to the side over here just so I won't forget the order in which this is all supposed to be layered. So I've got a second spoon here. I can see steam still rising from the meat. Hopefully there's no frozen bits left. I think doubling the recipe was a good idea. Dad was right. And maybe 2 more spoons or something, and first layer will be good. Okay. Let's see. Okay, layer as follows. 1/3 of the noodles, cheese mixture, beef mixture, mozzarella cheese. Repeat layers ending with mozzarella. So the mozzarella was supposed to be a layer of its own, but you know, I tossed in the mozzarella with all the cheese. I thought it was supposed to be like all the cheese, you know, that gets layered and everything, but whatever. Let me wash my hands again. I'm not going to need the drain knife, so I'll just put that aside. Okay. I feel like I need to blow my nose. But again, I don't want to like come off like I'm being dirty or something. Is there shoot, are there like, oh, here we go, tongs. Okay, probably should have separated the, there we go. Yeah, I probably should have taken the noodles out just so they're not all wrinkly and everything. They go in smoothly. That's why I washed my hands so I could touch the noodles. Yeah, they're stuck together. That wasn't a good idea, keeping them just inside the cauldron the whole time. I guess that's why they said take them out. I just didn't know what to do with them while I was preparing everything else. Well, it's a learning experience. Next time I make a lasagna. There we go. Okay, I don't know if it matters which side is up. Oh, it looks like I'm mixing the 2 types of noodles because there's one sort of noodle that looks like it's got a bunch of, you know, stripes in it, and the other is like, doesn't have the stripes. Yeah, because I was mixing 2 different types of noodles in here. I'll just take one of these. There we go. I might put some noodles on the ends also. just to cover. Yeah, this is kind of a wrinkly noodle. Oh, here's a noodle I can pull out very easily. There we go. Okay, now I toss in a bunch of cheese. Yeah, I might have enough for like 2 lasagnas. Jeez. I mean, I just made a bunch of. I didn't know how many noodles I'd need, so that's why I might have overdone it on the noodles. I don't know. Maybe I throw these noodles in the food processor and be like, I don't know. Here, lasagna and really weird pasta from the leftover lasagna noodles I didn't put in. Pasta shreds, I don't know. Okay, I thought I made too much cheese mixture, but it looks like I'm using an alright amount. The beef is nearly half done, but I don't know, like, well, will I use all the cheese? Mush, mush. I'm trying to remember, is there a bigger pan that I had that I forgot about? Anyway, there's a layer of cheese. Now, yeah, 1/4 of each noodle, cheese mixture. Okay, now, yeah, I mean, it's convenient. I have the ingredients, ordered in the layer, in the how you're supposed to layer them. So beef, noodles, cheese, beef, noodle, cheese, so on and so forth. Yeah. Or do I alternate between, beef, then a noodle, then cheese, then noodle again, then beef? Let me see. Let me 1/3 of the noodles, cheese mixture, beef mixture, mozzarella cheese, repeat layers. Yeah. So you don't alternate it. I mean, I guess you could alternate it if you wanted, but I just wanted to make sure. I mean, adding carrots is already a deviation from the recipe, so I don't know. I don't know if I'm dishonoring Garfield by doing this, adding, not one jot or tittle shall be added to the added or taken away from the Garfield recipe book. I just hit 50 followers. Whoa, wow. Thank you. Whoever was the 50th person to follow me, thank you very much. If I could, I would airmail you a little bit of this lasagna I'm making. I don't know why I said airmail. Well, I guess since Twitch is owned by Amazon, and Amazon is looking into, like, you know, using, you know, air drones for, like, deliveries, I guess, I don't know. Maybe if I become an affiliate or something, I could... Maybe I'll have a direct line to... Not to Zuckerberg, Jeff Bezos, that's his name. And maybe beg him to, like... can you air deliver me some lasagna to a fan of mine? And then, I don't know, maybe Jeff Bezos, you know, like, says, I hate lasagna or something. Like Happy Chapman in the 2004 Garfield movie, I don't know. Bezos doesn't know, you know, the joy of, you know, a Garfield fan or something. I don't know. There we go. Layer meat. I guess layer 4 or something. I still have a bit of meat, so if I can, I'll probably make what this would be a 9-layer lasagna or something. I don't know. But anyway. Yeah, I probably made way more, way more pasta noodles than I needed. I guess maybe I could double up a layer or something. That way I'll use more noodles. I could do something like this. Or, you know, go with my mini lasagna idea. There. Let me wash my hands. Then I'll put on another layer of cheese. Okay, another layer of cheese. Yeah, I'm not sure I'll use all the noodles I made. So if I do have extra meat and cheese or something, maybe I will do a baby lasagna on the side. You know, I am getting kind of close to the top, so I might have to pat this down quite a bit to do just one more layer and not have it overflow. I mean, I am getting close to finishing the meat and the cheese, so it's the noodles that I think I might have an excessive amount, so maybe I don't know, final layer of noodles is like really, really thick or something. Yeah, I've almost used up all the cheese and meat. So I guess this will be the final layer of meat. Yeah, because there isn't a lot left. I'll just spread it out as much as I can. Yeah, maybe, there's a good idea for, like, if I do a comic of Peter or Garfield making lasagna, they decide to add something to the lasagna, but then the ghost of Garfield appears saying, you know, not one jot or tittle of the Garfield recipe book shall be altered. Okay. Actually, wait. I don't have a lot of noodles left. So maybe I'll be okay. Yeah, like I said, just make a double layer of noodles. Yeah, so it looks like I might be okay. There we go. There we go. That's all the noodles. Maybe it'd be better if I just lay them like this. Oops. There we go. Now a final layer of cheese. I'm gonna wash my hands one more time and I'll just oven has been waiting here for I don't know how long. 7 o'clock. When I'm done with putting the lasagna in the oven, I probably should feed the dogs. There we go. Last bit of cheese. Spread it out the best I can. Yeah, I probably should have, okay. You know what, I might cheat a bit. I might go into the fridge, get some like Mexican cheese or something, and just put that as the final layer instead of the mozzarella. Yeah, another alteration to the Garfield recipe that, I don't know, he may or may not approve of. Okay. Yeah, it looks like I don't have enough cheese. Like, despite all the cheese I use, looks like I don't have enough to entirely cover the top layer. So, I have to be very careful, not to let any of this cheese spill or something. Nope. not to let a noodle escape or whatever. There we go. Yeah, I try and keep it all within the pan. There. Okay, all the layers are done. I'm gonna take a picture with my iPad since I can't use my camera. There. I don't know, use this as the YouTube thumbnail when I repost this. Oh boy, I'm gonna have a lot of dishes to do. Okay, so yeah, just get all right, all that out of the way so I can be like, there we are. Okay, back to the Twitch chat. Let's see what the Garfield book says. And when you're done with layering, cover with aluminum foil. Oh yeah. Oh, I got. Unfortunately, since this is going to be covered with aluminum foil, that means when I put it in the oven, I won't be able to see what's going on underneath. There. And we can't check on, is lasagna coming out good? Not over burning or anything. So, okay. Bake at 350 for 45 minutes to 1 hour until hot and bubbly. Okay. Oh, come on. Here. So, gonna do the honors here. Where I put the oven mitts. There we are. This is heavy. I should have done that first. Oh, come on. Dismiss. Time. 50 minutes. There. Now we just wait. I don't know what I'll do. Will I do the dishes on stream or something else? Yeah, I should probably. Okay. I'm gonna take a bathroom break. So BRB in a bit. Also put my book away in my room. Well, let's see, is there any well, the last step is just let's stand for 10 minutes before slicing. So, yeah, so BRB. I don't have a be right back screen I can post or something, so Hey there, Bella. Oh yeah, gotta feed the dogs. Hey Bella, I'm gonna feed you in a bit. So don't get too comfortable. You too, Scamp. Oh, let me wipe up a little bit of liquid on the island. Probably some egg yolk. And anyway. Well, well, well. Look who came to watch. Garfield brought all his friends here. Well, Nermal wouldn't exactly be a friend. So, Garfield, Odie, Pookie, Arlene, and Nermal. Yeah, they're all waiting for the lasagna to be done. So, here. And all my Twitch viewers get to be spectators. You know, behind Garfield. There we go. Yeah, so BRB again. Get it, Bella. Okay, Bella. Okay, Scam. I got your attention. Yeah, Baldy has some food in his bowl still. Bella! Get up, girl. Oh, well, Bella already has a bunch of food in her bowl still there. I'm not sure if, like, she just slept all day and didn't eat at all. Well, whatever. I'll give them a little bit of fresh food, just in case. Also, refill the dog's water. Hey, Scamp. You're up, but Bella's still, doesn't want to get out of her bed. Where did I put Bella? Oh, Bella's bowl's over there. Yeah, silly me forgetting. Oh, there we go. Scamp, that's Bella's bowl. What are you thinking? So mix it around a bit. Hey Bella, are you hungry? Yeah. Dinner time. Yeah, look at the food bowl. See? Oh, looks like Bella's getting up. I guess she realizes what time it is. She's a little groggy. Here's Cam. I know you're probably gonna be picky and everything, but hey Bella, see? Look, food bowl. Come on. Oh, now you're excited. There you go. I'll just sniff it and then walk away. Yeah, just what I expected. Bella looked at it and now she's just walking back to bed. Like, what is this? Dog food? Same crap I've been eating for all my life. Oh, wait, no, she's changing her mind. Oh, are you hungry or not? Or you just want to play with me? Oh, looks like she's heading to a food bowl. Okay. Let's see. Oh, Arlene, yeah. You spelled Arlene's name a bit weird, Ken, so I couldn't tell. Yeah, well, the joke is that the only person Garfield's really in love with is himself. You know, how friendly Garfield and Arlene are, you know, really depends on, I don't know, what mood Jim Davis is in and who's writing. Let's see how many minutes, 39. Yeah, like, I was thinking of, I got my sketchbook down here, maybe drawing something while we wait, but I know that I shouldn't leave a bunch of dirty dishes in the sink, so, well, let's see, how many, well, the dishes in the dishwasher are clean, so I guess I could unload and reload them. I don't know, would people really be interested in watching me do the dishes? I don't know. I'm not sure that's really gripping entertainment for Twitch, because we have 30 39, 38 more minutes until the lasagna is actually done. And looks like Bella wants out. I don't know where Scamp is going. It looks like he might have eaten a little and then decided to go away. Nope. Of course. I let Bella out and immediately she starts barking at, I don't know, the neighbor's dog or something. Scamp went I don't know where. Oh, sounds like Mom and Dad. Hello. The lasagna is baking right now. I don't know. I can't do sign language.
I'm not gonna say because you're on camera right now.
Yeah.
So he's still videotaping. Or whatever you call it.
Are you done yet, Bella? Hey, Scamp. Bella. Yes, it is. Just trying to get Bella to come in. What's she doing?
Just leave there.
Oh, she's sniffing the fence. Yeah, this is the game I have to play when we let the dogs out. Like they might go to the bathroom and then they'll start stiffing the fence, trying to find the dog next door, and then I don't know, then they might come in. Okay, it looks like Bella's making her way back in. Now she's like, hey Bella, could you come in please? I don't want flies coming into the house. Oh, is she making her way here? Bella! It looks like Bella doesn't remember where she is. Poor thing. Oh, there we go. She's going to the bathroom, finally. Oh, while I'm waiting for Bella to come in. Scamp! Come here. Come here, boy. Scamp. You're acting kind of weird. Is Bella gonna come in or not? No, she's... I'll just close the door, let her be. Well, here we go. Scamp gets to be broadcast on the internet. Say hello, Scamp. Yeah, probably wondering who are all these fake animals here on the island right now.
I was just thinking, there's a hot. I'm gonna put all this stuff in the freezer.
I don't know what Bella's doing. Okay, now it looks like she's finally ready. There. Are they going to eat?
Why don't It's to your choice.
Okay. Yeah, how much longer does the lasagna? 33 minutes. Yeah, I might just clean some dishes while we're waiting. Yeah, sorry that waiting for the lasagna to bake isn't exactly exciting. It's like watching paint dry. Oh, there's my next idea for my next stream. Maybe I paint something, like paint a wall or paint a puppet, and then I just leave the camera there for like an hour or two, just watching the paint settle. Trying to think of something I could talk about while waiting for the lasagna to bake. I don't know. Favorite episodes of Garfield and Friends or favorite comics. I remember when I wrote the my review for the 2000 Garfield movie on DeviantArt, I included a whole list of my favorite Garfield comics just because I thought the movie was unfunny. It's like, you know, here's some Garfield content that's actually good. Like, I know one of my favorite storylines was various storylines in Garfield don't have names, but there's one I call Garfield John's Most Disastrous Date, where he took Liz out for a date, and then everything that could go wrong did go wrong, like John losing a contact lens. Trying to think. John, he gets he's wearing a coat or something. He gets an arm caught in a door, and it tears off. And when I first read that comic, I thought John's entire arm was ripped off, not just the shirt arm or something. And then, trying to think, he wears some really ugly sunglasses with not pineapples. What do I think that they have like tropical trees on them. I don't remember what they're called. Pine trees or something. But they're just really ugly, unsightly glasses. And then the comic ends with the waiter coming in, complaining that John had violated the restaurant's dress code or something. Then there was another comic where Garfield and John went on vacation, and I'm trying to remember. It's one of Jim Davis's favorite comics where John goes wearing palm fronds or something. Palm trees, that's what they're called. And like he's trying to fit in with the natives, but the natives are like, John, you're trying too hard. And then one of the natives tells him, oh, we stopped wearing those palm things because of the infestation of the leaf weasels. And then a bunch of leaf weasels appear and attack John. Like, maybe I could just bring down one of my Garfield books and just read comics while I'm waiting for the lasagna to bake for another half hour. Palm trees, yeah. French dweeb. what even is a French dweeb? Is that just an insult Jim Davis made up, or is that, I don't know, something old-timey that I'm not familiar with? It's funny, I read that like Charles Schultz considered Jim Davis a sort of rival, and I guess he thought Garfield was too mean-spirited. But then you look at that one letter Charles Schultz wrote, killing off Charlotte Braun, drawing an axe in her head.
Put your shampoo underneath the stairs. Needs to go anywhere.
Nope. Excuse me, Bella.
Take this upstairs.
Yeah, no, Bella's awake and wandering around.
And this is going to work too.
Remember John bringing home a bird that Garfield wanted to eat, and at one point was covered in clam sauce. I'm not sure if I remember that comic. Come to think of it, thinking about it, being a big reader of Peanuts and Garfield as a kid, there are some interesting parallels, seeing, comparing John to Charlie Brown, even though, like, I don't know, I guess there's a weird fan theory. People like to say that Uncle Max and Calvin and Hobbes, like, either Lyman became Uncle Max or vice versa, because they look similar. Like, what if John is just Charlie Brown grown up or something? Because the both of them are just losers that always have bad stuff happening to them. And they're stuck with pets that don't appreciate them. I don't know, there's a fan theory. So yeah, and Charlie Brown, for whatever reason, they changed his name to John Arbuckle and, I don't know, got hair implants or something. I feel kind of like when I was at SAC Anime and I went to this particular panel. I don't remember what the panel was supposed to be, but it's like the panel hosts weren't there, and so they just had two random cosplayers there just making up stuff. And at one point I decided to go up on the little table they had and just talk about random stuff to fill in time until the panel was officially over. And just, I don't know, doing that again, just filling time talking about random crap. Maybe this could be an ASMR. The sounds of a kitchen. Funny, Bella was just in her bed like the whole afternoon, but now she's like up and about. Oh, looks like she might eat. Looks like she won't eat. You call that a knife? This is a knife. What was that? Crocodile Dundee? I haven't even seen that movie. My Australian accent is probably terrible. Just go. Whatever. I'm just wandering around, Bella. You're not sure what you want to do. eat, you want to drink water, you just sleep again. You're just, I don't know, happy to see that there's people in the house. I thought of like showing her off to the camera, but if she's like about to eat, then I don't want to bother her. It's like she's sniffing it, walks away. So, well, if she's not going to eat, then... Hey, Bella. Oh, damn it. Yeah, I tried to pick Bella up, but she just walked away from me. "22 minutes. Yeah. Entice her.
No, don't pick her around the food.
Okay.
Because then that gets terrible.
We're just gonna show off the table, fine?
She doesn't like being picked up, so just...
Okay, never mind. Wash my hands again.
I think she wants dinner.
I already gave her food.
Then I don't know where she is.
I guess I could. Bella, stay. Sit. Sit. Oh, damn it. If she's too squirmy to be picked up, I thought of just...
When you try to pick her up, she just doesn't like it. Just saying.
There's Bella, eating crumbs off the floor. There. There, I just gave you a little cameo on Twitch, Bella. You're gonna be a celebrity. An influencer. They're showing dogs of the world how to annoy their owners. I wish I could see what's underneath, but the instructions say to put aluminum foil on top. So I don't know if, like, you know, the lasagna could be spontaneously combusting in there, and I have no idea. I guess I can recount the first time, like, I ever watched the Garfield show, which was the animated Garfield show, obviously, that was on Cartoon Network. It was done in CGI, and I think animated in France or something. The first episode I saw was one where Odie falls in love with a comb, and I just watched that and I was like, this is stupid. I'm not going to watch any more of this. Because it just didn't have the same feeling as Garfield and Friends. But then, like, I actually watched a few episodes, like, years later, in preparation for my Long Lost Lyman video. The video where I talk about the history of Lyman, I actually watched that 4-parter in prep, and it's like, okay, the Garfield show isn't as bad as I thought it would be. Maybe I should give it a chance. And I watched a couple other episodes. One I remember is there's one called the Garfield Only Show or something, where it's basically Garfield fires all the other characters and it's just by himself. And I don't know if Mark Evanier wrote that episode, because Garfield makes a little reference to a Garfield and Friends episode saying, "You're beautiful." No, you're beautiful, which is something John's disc jockey cousin said in that one episode.
You text him today? Okay. Did I answer?
So it was a bit interesting to see the Garfield show references Garfield and Friends just a little bit. My favorite line in that particular episode is like Garfield gets upset at all his other co-stars and he's like, "I'm gonna tell Jim Davis on all of you." I do a terrible Garfield impression. That would be Frank Welker's Garfield, not Lorenzo Music. Hello, May May. Yeah, I'm baking the lasagna right now. I guess if you rewind the video, you can see like the whole process of I'm putting the onions in the food processor, you're getting all the meat out, baking, cooking the meat on the stove, doing the noodles, etc., etc. I'm not sure what this is supposed to be, like some weird salad bowl that got a lot of grooves and some fancy stuff. I think Scamp wants outside.
Okay. I live to let you dogs in and out.
That sounds like a line John would say. Salad bowl go?
This one? It's not solid, but I don't know where it goes. Your mom got it from somewhere.
Above the plates.
Oh.
It's with some of the serving stuff.
Okay. Oh, there's the other one. There we go. Something kind of odd. Huh. I don't know what to say right now, so I'm gonna vibe. Something. I've made Domino into a character in my comics.
Bella! Bella! Stop.
Yeah, Bella gets on my nerves a lot, but I've made Domino into a character. I've not made our old dog Speck into a cartoon character, or Sully. Neither have I done Scamp or Bella. I'm not sure what a comic strip with all our dogs would be like, though. But I know that Bella would be the most annoying one. Oh, that's filled with water. I just know that if I was to do cartoon versions of all our dogs, Sully, Scamp, and Bella would be easy to draw. It would be Speck would be the hardest because he was a Labrador Queensland mix, so he had a lot of spots on him. That's why his name is Speck. And I have some old photos of Speck on DeviantArt, and if you just look at his fur pattern, I would have to simplify it a lot if I'm going to draw him consistently. Whereas with Sully and Scamp are just one color. Sully would have some darker fur on his back, and Bella has a few spots. But the weird thing is, all of her spots, there's one spot on her tail, and then she has like, 2 or 3 spots on her left side, white on the other side, and you can see like little specks of brown here and there in her fur. It is kind of a weird asymmetrical fur pattern on her. So that would be a bit strange drawing a dog where, like, I guess I could simplify it maybe maybe just draw the spots on her back or something instead of on her side. But yeah. How am I playing with these? I don't know. These aside somewhere. I don't know. More minutes. I guess if I want to be really thorough, if I'm turning our pets into cartoon characters, Domino wasn't the first rodent we owned. There was also a pair of hamsters we had, Lucy and Ethel. I don't remember anything about them. Tons of goldfish. I don't know. I guess if I was going to have fish as characters, I don't know. Make it something like Finding Nemo, I don't know. I guess maybe I could make Lucy and Ethel like friends of Domino or something, even though those hamsters were long dead by the time we got Domino. I don't know. Maybe I could call it something like, maybe I could call the comic Pet Cemetery or something, because these are all just a bunch of deceased pets. That'd be a little morbid, I don't know. I just have, let's see, 11 more minutes. Yeah. Yeah, I guess I'll clean some dishes. Oh, I guess I can load some dishes in the dishwasher. And so enjoy some ASMR sounds of the kitchen once again. Oh, there it is. Excuse me. Guess I'll take this. I don't know why I have hiccups all of a sudden. I should just take this with me. Nice shirt. Thank you, May May. Yeah. Yeah, I thought I'd wear a Garfield themed shirt for the stream. Dishwasher. Bella, you might want to move. It'd be nice to play cooking music or something, but, you know, copyright. We do have the Garfield CD, what's it called? Am I Cool or What? But I'm not sure. Well, they probably are copyrighted somehow. Since I'm talking about that album, maybe I should talk about how I met Desiree Goyette at Bogas. Is it at Bogas? At Bogas? I mean, it's like the word bogus, but with an A instead of a U. So I wasn't quite sure for the exact pronunciation. But it's been what, 2018, and I was doing my reviews of the direct-to-DVD Garfield movies. Garfield Gets Real, Garfield's Fun Fest, and Garfield's Pet Force. And I think I mentioned in the videos that the voices of Garfield, John, and Nermal and Arlene were, you know, it was almost all new actors. I mean, Frank Welker did some voices on Garfield and Friends. I think he was the voice of Bo the Sheep. And they brought back Greg Berger as the voice of Odie, although all he does is just barking and everything. I don't remember all the other voice actors, but I started to wonder, like, you know, what happened to, you know, the other, you know, since Frank Welker and Greg Berger were the only quote-unquote Garfield veterans they brought back for the direct-to-DVD Garfield movies and the Garfield show. Like, I started to wonder, you know, what happened to the other voice actors. I know that Tom Hughey, the guy of John's original voice, like from what I've read, he was just some guy that Jim Davis knew, and he just got Tom to be the voice of John. He has not done any other roles. That's just his one role, being the voice of John. And but I started to, like, I think I Googled around or something, and I found that Desiree Goyette, the original voice actor for Nermal, you know, I found that, you know, she did the music for Garfield and Friends and some of the TV specials, and I found that she was local here in the Bay Area. And like, I found her website and it said she'd make some appearance somewhere, and then I drove to that place, but then it turned out, I don't know, either the website was wrong or something, and then I found that, like, she was gonna do a show in San Francisco. I'm trying to remember, the Society Cabaret or something like that. And I went and saw her, and I was like the youngest person in the audience. It was mostly like older people. And then I met her at Bogas afterward, and I showed her my my copy of Am I Cool or What, and she was surprised that I had one, and I got her autograph and Ed Bogas's autograph also. And I also asked Desiree Goyette a question about the unmade Garfield movie, Garfield's Judgment Day, because if you watch the 10th anniversary Garfield TV special, Happy Birthday Garfield, there's a brief scene where I think you see Desiree with, I don't remember, Lou Rawls, I think his name is, but they were like recording a song for the movie, and I asked Desiree Goyette, like, you know, do you know what happened to Garfield's Judgment Day? Because if you look online, it's basically everyone saying that the movie was canceled because, like, all the studios Jim Davis pitched the film to all said it was too dark. And Desiree Goyette told me some things that I didn't know, that basically, like, when CBS found out that Jim Davis wanted to do a Garfield movie, they, like, I don't know, they like started to demand more money or something, and Jim Davis got into a lawsuit with them over, I guess, the film rights or something. And when it was finally resolved, Jim Davis didn't have the money to do the movie. And I also remember there was like a blog post by someone who was a producer on Garfield and Friends, basically told another, he's like one of the sources that says that the movie wasn't done because it was too dark. He also added that Jim Davis tried to write some other scripts where instead Garfield would go to the farm or something, and he'd have this funny subplot with the chickens on the farm, but that went nowhere. And I don't know. It's kind of a shame we never got Garfield's Judgment Day. All we have is like the children's book. So I forgot to mention. Not only did I get Am I Cool or What autographed, I also got Desiree Goyd and Ed Bogus to autograph my copy of Garfield's Judgment Day, the book. And unfortunately, it looks like nothing from that book made it into the 2004-2006 Garfield movies or in the 2024 Garfield movie. There is one scene in the 2024 Garfield movie, I guess spoilers or something, where Garfield speaks into this, I guess this pet interpreter or something, some sort of translator. And if you've read Garfield's Judgment Day, part of the plot of that book is that Garfield and the other animals in town decide to break their vow to talk to humans to warn them about a storm, like actually talking out loud. And so I had to wonder if like this one scene where Garfield speaks through an interpreter in the 2024 movie is like maybe a subtle reference to Garfield's Judgment Day. That is assuming, you know, the writers of the Garfield movie like knew about Garfield's Judgment Day or not. I don't know. I mean, I know that one of the production designers like gave an interview saying that they were basing Garfield, like the appearances of the characters, more on their 80s appearances, which is and I can kind of see that a bit. If you look at Odie, Odie especially looks more like how he does in the 80s rather than modern day Odie.
There you go.
Looks like Scamp is bothering Dad. Usually it's Bella who's the one that's causing trouble. What's the matter, Bella? Rosani only has a minute left. Oh. Forty seconds. Move something. Oops. Okay, I should probably get ready to take the lasagna out. It should be done in just... There we go. Alright. Let's inspect it and see what the damage is. I'll keep the oven on just in case I need to put this in for a few more minutes. Anyway. Get out of the way, Bella. All right. So, I should probably get an oven mitt. Let us unveil the lasagna. Yeah, it's a little hard to do. Okay. Okay, so it looks like some of the noodles got a little stuck to the aluminum foil, but here we go. There we go. Yeah, I guess that's why they say to put the mozzarella as the top layer. Maybe that would like protect from cheese getting stuck or something. But anyway, I think this is all right. I don't think this needs to go in the oven a bit longer. Come on. Yeah, I don't want to touch this thing with my bare hands, so it's easier to. There we go. There we go. Voila. Look at that. It's all done. There we go. Let me. So, Garfield, what's your verdict? Yeah, Garfield says this is just a light snack. I should have made 10 more or something. You're never satisfied, Garfield. All right. So. Anyway, lasagna's pretty much done. So I think that's all for today. Thank you everyone for, who came by to watch. Since this is on my phone, I can't do the end card thing where I have Pixel, Domino, and Peter walking. So, yeah. Follow me on DeviantArt for Affinity, Weasel, Tumblr, etc., etc. Yeah, check out my merch on Cafe Press. Happy birthday, Garfield, even though I'm kind of late. Happy birthday, Chris Pratt. I know a lot of people don't like you, but, I just want to be nice this one video. So anyway, GuineaPigDan, I hope you all enjoyed this baking stream with me. Yep, and say goodbye to Garfield, Odie, Nermal, Arlene, and Pookie here. Bella's walking around, but yeah, I'm not going to risk trying to pick her up and she squirms or something. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed, so good night, everybody. I'll end the stream now. And now for that pesky off switch. I think I found it. There we go.